All right, you did all you could at the Aria sports book, but it wasn't enough for the U.S. to beat the Dutch.
All right, that was funny,
tweet.
by the way, real quick. I was at the Aria Sportsbook, U.S. down 2-0. They didn't get a goal, make it 2-1. Now all of a sudden it's a game, and we can put the tweet up there. This guy, you're going to see me in a moment pounding the desk right there in the white shirt. I'm pounding the desk. He wasn't like videoing me. He was videoing the sportsbook and then caught me on there. That was every day in Vegas. I got up at 6:45 in the morning, went downstairs, got a cup of coffee, and watched the World Cup. But the U.S., of course, lost. Go ahead.
Any last words for the USA? And are you still sticking with Brazil to win it all?
All right, I'm still sticking with Brazil. Neymar's supposed to come back. Neymar also flew his barber or hairstylist into Qatar to give him a new hairdo for today's game. That's exciting. Also, as we're on the air right now, Croatia is Oh, no, they just tied it up. Literally a moment ago, Croatia tied it up against Japan. This is the first World Cup game I'm missing because I'm doing this show live right now. So Japan took a 1-0 lead right before halftime. Croatia tied it up. Right now, France, Spain, and Brazil look like the classes of the tournament. And what Mbappe did yesterday was so phenomenal to watch. I know everyone says he's the best player in the world. He clearly is the best player in the world. And he's just brilliant. I am sticking with Brazil. Obviously, they need Neymar to be healthy. And Argentina is still lingering, clearly. And, they also have advanced already to the quarters. And so we have a great quarterfinal matchup already on deck with the Netherlands against Argentina. Netherlands, which is on the longest unbeaten streak of any team in international soccer. We also have a really good quarterfinal matchup locked up in England and France. I thought England could lose to Senegal. Instead, they crushed them. Here's the last words on the U.S. You can't call this tournament a disappointment. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. Finish second in the group, make the quarters, lose to Netherlands. That's clear. But you can't call it a rousing success either, because I would argue they didn't play a single great game the whole tournament.
Right.
Their best game was a game they scored 0 goals against England, the 0-0 draw. It was nice that they beat Iran, but they almost gave it away at the end. Against the Netherlands, they had no business. That game should have been 1-1 or 2-1 U.S. at the half. Instead, it was 2-0 Netherlands. And I understand they were one of the youngest teams in the whole tournament. The next World Cup is in the United States. I get all of that. And there are reasons to be optimistic. But if you're giving them a grade for this World Cup, anything more than a B is being far too generous. Okay. And it is clear. I didn't want to say argued. I disagreed with Rick Bucher a bit on this when Rick was like, anyone that's calling them an elite team doesn't know what they're talking about. And I just said to him, well, you got to define elite. Are they one of the 10 best teams in the world? Clearly not. Are they one of the 20 best? I would argue clearly yes. Closer to 20 than to 10. But that jump between where they are right now to actually competing in a World Cup is such a massive jump that even with the youth on the team and these guys getting experience, it is impossible to see them making that type of jump unless they all of a sudden get a transcendent talent or two that right now does not appear to be in the pipeline or on the U.S. roster. So it wasn't a disappointing World Cup, but it obviously was. It felt to me like they left some meat on the bone.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.